So, Jeffrey, you heard the discussion, I'm sure, most of it. What do you think about this case and, some of the ideas that were kind of floating around here?
Kimberly, first of all, let me give out my heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Selena Cass. Listen, in the beginning of this case, when it first went out missing, these police authorities had much too much involvement in here for this to be a normal, regular missing persons investigation. What we have here is, and as you well know, as I know, 50% of all homicides in the United States are caused by close family members or by friends. So the investigation that went on here, and given the sketchy details of the father-in-law, not to make any implications, but the implications are wide open in what the Attorney General said. She knows this is not an accident. She knows that this is something going on. They want to keep their investigations as private as possible so they can seek out as much evidence to come forward as possible. But I think the person of interest that they are not formally making and designating is this stepfather because of his behavior in the past. Listen, this guy violated a restraining order for criminal trespass. He attempted to throw his ex-girlfriend down a whole step of floors. I mean, this guy's got a violent activity, violent past, and he is probably the person of interest. I'm sorry?
Yeah, and he's schizophrenic. I mean, there's just like a whole list of problems with his past and also access to her. And she's in the home.
Right.
I mean,
Opportunity.
Nobody heard screaming, this or that, which is consistent with an abduction or someone going with someone because they're related to him or they know them. Like
familiarity. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Kimberly, and also, in addition, in the beginning of this missing action, you had the Royal Police, you had the FBI, you had much too much police authorities looking into this case for it to be an accident. There was much too much going on that they didn't have suspicions of somebody doing this immediately in a person of interest at that particular time.
I totally agree. Yeah, you said totally.
And they also didn't disclose any information to the media or the press when they found the body at 10:30 that morning on Tuesday morning. And had that been an accident, they would have made all this information up front and clear. But they didn't do that. They want to hold this tight to the breast, and they want to make sure that they have a good case against the prospective person that they have as an informal person of interest.
Right. Exactly.
Which is
informal. Exactly. So I think you're right. They're probably trying to get him to talk, and maybe they did get some information. I don't think they just all of a sudden rushed over there for nothing. Why didn't they go there first if it's like routine? I mean, I get that it's an expense, and they were hoping perhaps that something would materialize and they'd find her. But what do you think, Dan?
Well, first of all, you want to keep all the information close to the vest and not let it go public. So when you're questioning suspects, if they give you information that's consistent with how the body's found or the injuries on the body, you know that they didn't just get that information from the media, and that can help you narrow down who the real culprit is. But I totally agree. This was a massive manhunt very early on, and that, unfortunately, there's not the resources to do that for every missing child, so clearly they thought there was some criminal behavior that was surrounding the incident.
The real clue here... Go ahead.
And the other added fact on this is the Attorney General, Young, only comes in when there's homicide. She generally does most of the homicides in New Hampshire. So she's not just a regular Attorney General looking in for missing persons. She is looking in a prosecutorial method and manner in looking out and finding somebody that she had targeted originally when this went missing.
Well, I agree with you. You can be my friend today because I agree with what you're saying. So there you go. Good job, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Thank you for coming on the program. We'll have you back. I appreciate it. Have a good one.